Hey there YouTube, we are back to our usual camera comparison in the mid-range price point, and today we're gonna see which one is better in low light, the newly released Huawei Mate 20 Lite or the half-year-old Nokia 7 Plus. Starting with 1080p main camera video comparison, we immediately see that the two phones are not really flagship material in extreme low light. Noise and artifacts are pretty obvious on both, but stabilization is above average though. Nokia has the upper hand in exposure and color balance, being slightly better. Not much differentiating these two phones, their performance being just where the price range suggests. For the front camera video we have a clear winner, and is the Huawei Mate 20 Lite. Its video recording is better exposed, with better contrast and lower noise and artifacts levels. Also the field of view is slightly wider on the Huawei. In terms of stabilization, both are equally good, and are also slightly above average in this price range. Moving on, the selfie quality, Huawei comes on top again. The photos resulting from the front camera of the Mate 20 Lite are sharper with better details and lower noise levels. Colors are also a bit more natural. Nokia's stock camera selfie is a close second, comparable in terms of details and colors, but the Google camera produced soft pictures, losing details. As for the main camera performance of the two phones, throughout the test you will notice some patterns developing, leading to the conclusion that the Nokia 7 Plus is better in almost every scenario. But let's take a closer look and see why. First, let's analyze Huawei's photos. They are generally soft, lacking contrast and details, not being able to keep up with the Nokia in this aspect. AI does little to no difference in most cases, and where you can see a difference, it usually makes the photo worse. Even if it usually boosts the exposure a little, it has its drawbacks, introducing some noise in some pictures and smudging out details in other pictures. Colors are also boosted, but they all tend to go too much towards the yellow spectrum, making the photos look warm and unnatural. As a conclusion, it is much better to leave AI off for night shots, and if you need a brighter exposure, just post-edit the photos in Photoshop or Snapseed. You will get much better results. Photos from the Nokia 7 Plus taken with the modern Google camera have a much better exposure, the best in all comparison photos, but not without its drawbacks. Making the picture so bright and well exposed ramps up the noise levels too much, so in some situations the details are smudged out and soft, but still not to the level of the Mate 20 Lite. Colors are also better than what you get on the Huawei, but the best photos in low light between the two phones you will get with the stock camera from the Nokia. They are much sharper than all the other photos, with better details and more natural colors, without that ugly yellow tint. Noise is also well kept in check. The only drawback we might spot in these photos is the exposure, being slightly darker than the Google's camera photos and the Mate 20 Lite photos with AI on. But considering all the other advantages of the stock camera, we are not gonna nitpick. In conclusion, for low light photos with the main camera, Mate 20 Lite does an average job. For the price, there are much better options out there, and one of them is the Nokia 7 Plus. In a few days, we will see if the Mate can make up for the lost ground in daylight situations. But until then, enjoy the rest of these photos and see you in the comment section for your feedback. Bye bye now.
That's everything else. I want you to know something. Sometimes when it comes to praying, it is more in mind, right? Like a little bit pouring out your heart. When it's like Malchus, you know, kingdom, like, you know, when the Tsar of Russia walks in, you don't sing minor. He walks in, you have to give honor to the kingdom, right? So you sing in major.